Bam, bam.
Oh, is that
Oh.
Bocelli?
Girl, turn that off. You gotta turn that off for this interview.
It is. Sorry. Okay, it's off.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome to Sass and Slapshots, a podcast for women who love hockey by women who love hockey.
We're here to give listeners weekly news, game analysis, and cultural hockey conversations from the perspective of two women who found hockey later in life.
There's no shame in our game, from veteran fans to rookies just discovering hockey. Everyone is welcome to learn more and encouraged to become obsessed with the best sport on the planet.
Let's dive like Ben into today's episode. Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to another episode of Assassin Slapshots. I'm V.
I'm Sarah.
And today we are going to be interviewing Donovan Webb, the MC of the Avalanche. But before we do, we want to go ahead and call out our Sasquatch of the day. Thank you to Michelle Bond. I think that's how you say your name. Thank you so much for subscribing to Sass and Slapshots on Substack. Your $5 a month contribution to our work means the world to us, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Sarah. So in our notes, you have a quick breakdown of the Stadium Series, which I did not watch. Was I working? I can't remember if I was working or not, but I probably was if I didn't watch it. Yeah, so please give us a rundown of it and anything that stood out to you.
Yeah, so it was one of the most entertaining games I've watched in a while, other than, of course, what was it last night? Tampa Bay and Florida, and their
I heard all about that one.
yeah. So it was a really entertaining game. So the Lightning started the scoring early with a goal from Hagel at 11 seconds into the Stadium Series, got Tampa Bay started, but then the Bruins answered back with 3 goals. First period ended with the Bruins up 3-1 on the Lightning. The second period featured 2 more goals by the Bruins. They were up 5-1 and were
Jesus.
dominating. Yeah, they were dominating until Swayman started the second goalie fight of the year against
Whoop, whoop.
Vasilevsky.
We love
So-
goalie fights.
So there was like a stop, and then all of a sudden you see Swayman like belly flopping on a player, and then he gets up and then goes to center ice and starts battling Vasilevsky.
I
And,
love Sway, so this is my dream come true.
it was amazing, and I can't say he won the fight, but he definitely like gets my props for like just going for it.
He tried. He gets a gold
tried.
star.
He gave it his all.
I love it.
So it was great, and it was funny. It was fun. It was funny. You know, no one got hurt, so of course it's always like yes, you know.
Yeah.
But after that, the Lightning just took over.
Really? Even from 5-1? Wow.
Yeah. So it tilted it in the ice and the Lightning's favor. Sorry. They scored 3 goals on power plays when the Bruins took 3 penalties in 1 minute and 42 seconds. So you had a box full of Bruins and Lightning, which, you know, on the power play, 5 on 3.
I wonder what that's like. I don't remember feeling that.
Oh, right. I don't feel any hope when we have the advantage anymore. I don't. I'm just like, this is going to
It's not an advantage.
Right. I feel like it's worse because
Mhm.
we give up shorthanded goals, and I'm just like, how do we gain an extra, how do we get the advantage and have an extra man and still manage to not score?
I can't remember if it was you. It was someone on Threads that was like, can we just like say no to the power play? Can we just deny it? Like, let's just
say
stay.
it all the time. Yeah. Like football where they can wave off a penalty. Can we do that? Like, can that be added? Oh.
Dear
but
NHL,
anyway.
please.
Yeah, please.
But yeah.
Just for the Avalanche, please. But no, during that whole craziness when all the Bruins were in the penalty box and the Lightning were on the power play, they scored. And then in the third, they ended up tying the game, and they took it into overtime. And in overtime, so this is one of the things where I was a little kind of taken aback. So there was a penalty on the Bruins on Pasta, and they, on a delayed penalty, as soon as the team that's going to be going on the penalty, who got the penalty. So Pasta drew the penalty.
Mhm.
He was going to be going to the box.
Mhm.
As soon as he tapped the puck, or whoever from the Bruins tapped the puck, the whistle should have been blown dead, right? It should have stopped play.
Yeah.
Either it wasn't loud enough, no one heard it. Pasta went down and scored in overtime, but they took back the goal Pasta went in the box, and the Lightning ends up winning in a shootout. So interesting little,
Like,
it was
I'm happy for the Lightning because we love an underdog, right? But also, that's not right.
It was, and you could just tell the obvious frustration from the Bruins and from
Yeah.
Pasta. He was like, "Listen, if I looked back and made sure the ref's hand wasn't up and that I could keep going, and there was no whistle, and
If
so I
there's
went
no
down and
whistle.
score, and the next thing I know, I'm in the penalty box and we're going to a shootout, then we lose." And so
Yeah.
I can definitely get the frustration from the Bruins on that, and I get there was some interesting. Some of the calls seemed light to me and kind of
Mm.
let the Lightning back in the game.
Hmm.
But when you have 5-on-3s on multiple instances,
Yeah.
chances are they're gonna score.
Yeah.
And, they
Hmm.
did, and they came back and ended up winning it in overtime. I have down here Gensel shot the game-winning goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah,
Wow. Well, at least it was entertaining.
it was a great game. I mean, you had a goalie fight, you had a comeback, you had a shootout.
Men
You
in
know,
the
you had
box back to back. I love that. I love seeing them
there.
all sitting there like little kids.
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
speaking of Swayman just was on for the Olympics.
Speaking of that, the Olympics are happening right now. We're watching this as the opening ceremonies, the parade of countries is happening, and Sarah is a crazy person. Please explain to our listeners what you're doing.
So I've been up for all the hockey events. I've been getting up at
No. What
4.
you're hearing is that she's watched hockey events. And what normal people think would be, the replays. No, my friends. This crazy hoe is getting up at what time?
3:45, 4 o'clock, getting up to
Mm-hmm.
get my coffee and watch some hockey. It's been great. It's been great though. It's been so much fun. It's quiet. The house is quiet, so I get my coffee and I'm watching the women just dominate. The game today, oh my gosh, Sweden and I cannot say it.
Chechnya?
Czech.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's not Czech Republic. It's like Chechnya.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't say
Okay.
it. Anyway,
Yeah.
that game was insane. It went to the first It went to a shootout, and
Woo!
I think there was 8. There was 8. Like they just.
Wow.
It was insane. It was such a good game. It was.
I can't wait to
such a
watch.
good game.
Yeah, I'm a normal
McLeod-
person, which means I'll be watching the replay, but I'm very excited to watch it.
But McLeod's coaching Czechia, so
Ugh.
it's really fun
I
to see
love
her out there
her
coaching.
so
Yeah.
much. For those who don't know, Carla McLeod, I don't know. She is the head coach of the Charge, and she was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, and so she's been undergoing treatment for that. And I mean, she's just such a boss to be like,
I know.
even though this is going on, I am going to coach at the Olympics. I'm just like so happy to see her there.
And she looks
Yeah.
like she's having the time of her
She
life. I know
is,
they've
yeah.
they've lost their first 2, but I
Yeah,
know she's just having a blast.
I watched the USA versus Czech game last night, the replay, and watching Hillary Knight play her first game of the Olympics and score. It was just like, and then Layla Edwards, getting an assist. I was just like, this is, and then of course, like the top 2 lines are like the Minnesota Frost. So it's just kind of, it's funny. But yeah, watching Hillary Knight and like all of the coverage of her pictures with all of like the top women now, like as Hillary Knight has gone,
changed
through her
the game.
career. It's really amazing. And podcaster, producer, husband Joe just messaged me saying, Czechia.
I'm
Thank
over
you, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get tongue-tied with countries.
I heard it about 14 times today, and I'm still like, Czechia. And it's
well, you were up at 3:45, so, give yourself some grace.
It's not that hard. It's just for some reason, my brain can't do it.
Yeah.
But they played great. It was a great game. I enjoyed it thoroughly. The Japan-France game was fun. Both of them. They were different types of games, though. Like one was more controlled, and I think through 1.5 periods, 0-0 goalie. I mean, the goalies just were insane because I think it was double digits shots on goal and still 0-0 through like the whole first half of the second before anybody even scored. But great game. Both of them were great games.
Yeah, I'm pumped about the Olympics this year. The first game I watched was fantastic. So the Olympics are happening right now. Sarah is all over it on Threads. I'm sure we'll talk about it more as it continues this month. But I will be watching the replays, and I will not be watching as much as Sarah will, just because I have a lot going on this month. But I will be watching replays, and I'm very excited to just enjoy the game. I
Yeah.
love the Olympics. I've always been an Olympics girly. I love curling. Now this is my first Olympics as a hockey fan, so like I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
And I have so many games to catch up to. All right, so we are obviously at the Olympic break right now. Can you tell us, Sarah, the top 5 in the NHL and the top 3 in the PWHL going into this 2-week break, which we have definitely needed?
Yes. So these were as of Wednesday because I know that we played again that night
Mm-hmm.
on Wednesday night. So things have changed, I'm sure, but as of Wednesday afternoon, Colorado Avalanche were still at the top of the league with a 10.2% chance of winning the cup. Tampa Bay Lightning coming in at second. Their chances have gone above Colorado now, a 12.7% chance of winning the cup.
Thanks, refs.
I know, right? Number 3 comes in Carolina Hurricanes, 10.2%, so same as the Avs. Minnesota Wild at 7.8% and Dallas Stars at 8.7% chance. Things are kind of shifting. Seeing Tampa Bay up there instead of Minnesota and Dallas.
Dallas jumped up a little too
Yeah,
in the
they've been
standings.
yeah. Dallas
Mm.
has gotten back on their heels, or back on their toes, which is good. Not for us, but for them, they've been doing good. Wallstedt's been injured, so I don't know how that's been really affecting the Wild. Doesn't seem to be
Okay.
giving them any trouble. But anyway, top 3 in the PWHL right now: Boston Fleet, Minnesota Frost, and Montreal Victoire.
All right. And then we're going to go to the injury report, which, again, we keep it to the top 10 because from now until the Stanley Cup, it's basically going to be like between
Rotating list
50
of
and 70 people that are injured. That's just the way it goes, especially as we amp up into the playoff push. So
Yeah.
we try to keep it to the top 10 most famous people, basically. All right, here we go.
Okay, so we got Lindholm for the Bruins, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Sabres.
My favorite
Leo
name.
Carlson. I know, right? It's so fun to say.
Luukkonen.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Yeah.
Leo Carlson for Anaheim, Natchez and Landy, although they are now healthy for the Olympics. So I think we can take them off here soon. And LOC. So
Oh my gosh, that's
news
probably
coming up.
that's big news.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
For Avs fans, that's big. He's not a first liner, but man, he brings so much to this team and the
To the
penalty
back end,
kill
though?
and
Yeah.
oh yeah.
He's essential, and the way
And
that
takeaways.
Yeah.
I missed him so much. And I wrote about it in the article. I went back and watched it again against Dallas when he scored while he was falling in the series, and so good. I was like, I miss you, Ellis. But anyway, so Sam Bennett and Marchand for the Panthers. Sam Bennett got added to the Canadian roster.
Oh.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Over golly, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I think an injured player for Canada
Okay.
was like, I can't play, so Bennett's going to be going to the Olympics.
Wow, good for him.
Wallstedt for the Wild. The Hughes, both brothers, as of Wednesday, were injured for
Poor
the Devils.
guys.
Those brothers, I swear.
Gosh. Can't keep them out of
Bubble wrap
trouble.
them.
But yeah.
Sherwood for the Sharks, Sorelli for the Lightning, and Cooley for the Mammoth are all
Sweet.
currently, or at least as of Wednesday, out
Awesome.
with injuries.
Okay. And then the last thing we have is the Hockey 101, the crease. I have a friend who read Heated Rivalry, and so now she's getting into real hockey. And
Right.
she texted me the other night, "What's the crease?" So I thought I would just go ahead and share. The crease is
Yeah.
the blue painted semicircle, 6 feet wide by 4.5 feet deep, in front of the net designed to protect goaltenders. The goal crease is a designated area designed to act as the goalie's home for making saves. Offensive players cannot impede the goalkeeper's movement in the crease. A player can be in the crease if the puck is already inside the blue paint. Rebounds. Originally, the crease was a full rectangle, but it changed to a semicircle in 1986. And so I actually got to touch the crease at Ball Arena the first time that I skated on NHL ice, which was pretty rad.
Nice.
I have
That's
a
awesome.
picture of me on all fours, like touching the crease. So
Wedgie's home.
well, it was Georgiev at the time, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he was like my first person that I really loved. Unfortunately that love faded very quickly. And now I'm just Wedgwood all the way.
all the
But yeah,
way.
so that's the crease. You'll see the blue paint in front of the net. That's the crease.
That's the crease.
All right.
And
So,
we
okay.
still don't know what it
No,
means to be a goaltender interference, but
we still
we'll
don't
move
know. We'll
past
never
that.
know. All right, Sasquatches, we are so excited to introduce Donovan. Donovan is a transplant to Colorado, but now calls Colorado home. He has worked in the social work field for over 15 years while also working in sport entertainment. He began his MC/hosting journey with the Denver Nuggets as a fill-in, then moved over to the Colorado Mammoth during their championship season in 2023. In December 2023, he began working with the Colorado Avalanche as their in-arena host. Donovan is a girl dad and loves being a father and advocate for other fathers. He also uses his social media platform to promote positivity and good energy for all. Donovan, welcome to the podcast. I am
Welcome.
thrilled that you're here.
Yes.
Hello,
so
ladies.
thankful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me and just thinking about me to invite me to this podcast and this platform just to talk hockey and talk shop with you, ladies. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
We're-
I mean, like, when I think of the Avalanche and Ball Arena and how much fun I have there, I'm always searching for you. Like, I
Yep.
always am hearing your voice, and you make the experience just so much better. And I absolutely
Okay.
love your voice and the work that you do during games. So,
And-
of course, we thought
and the
of you.
energy you bring. So even when we're down and things, everybody's quiet, you start and the energy just immediately picks
Mhm,
up. It's
Thank you.
it's phenomenal to have you here, and I just thankful for that energy you bring to every game.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And again, as I was saying, I'm a true hockey fan at heart. And someone said, "Hey, let's give this guy a microphone and see what he can do." And it was just like, okay, like,
Let's
you
go.
picked me. Let me do what I can do for the team. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
so cool. So, kind of going along with your bio, like you said, you're a transplant to Colorado. So, you were not born here, but what brought you to Denver?
So, born and raised in it's a small town called Raytown outside of Kansas City. I always just say Kansas City, but shout out Raytown. And then I ended up going to school in Louisiana.
Okay,
Went to
okay.
school in Louisiana, was down there through Hurricane Katrina and things like
Whew.
that. Graduated from Grambling State University. Shout out Grambling State, HBCU. And then once it came time to graduate, I was like, what am I going to do with my life? I don't want to get a job. I don't want to join the real world. So I decided to go to grad school. So I came out here to DU and got my master's from DU in social work, did their
Wow.
advanced standing program. In that time at DU, I got an internship. And after graduation, got hired on at my internship at the same time as when I started working for KSC as well. It's just like a part-time job. So that was back in, I'm going to date myself. That was back in 2009 is when I moved out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
So I've been out here almost as long as I was in Kansas City. So that's why I tell
Yeah.
people, like, Kansas City is home and it will
Right.
always be home, but Colorado is now my new home. And like
Yeah.
Colorado, I have like so many other transplants. I have dug my roots into the
Mhm.
ground. I've spread them out, and now my daughter is here.
Right.
And
Yes.
she is a full Colorado native and she loves everything Colorado. So now I am here, now I'm here. I'm a Colorado transplant native. I know
That's
the natives will
awesome.
hate that, but
Yeah, no,
I love it.
Yeah, Sarah and I are both transplants here and feel the very like we bought a house here in 2023, so I'm like I'm dying here. Like I'm never
Yeah.
leaving
This is
state.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm locked in. Like this
Yeah.
this is the best. And it's just, again, bought a house here, like you said, and Colorado just offers everything you could possibly want, unless you're a beach person. That's the one thing that it like
Yeah.
can't give us. Is if you're a beach person, you got little lakes and stuff here and there,
Yeah.
but it's not the ocean, But
Yeah.
I mean, still, Colorado is such a beautiful state, gives you everything you could possibly
Mhm.
want. And if you're a sports nut, like I'm
Oh.
guessing we all are, like
Yeah.
we literally have every possible
Yes.
thing here. And
Yeah.
now we have women's soccer. We
Mhm.
should be getting,
Yes.
as you ladies talk about all the time, we should be getting women's hockey too. If that doesn't happen, then like we should go out and flip a table or flip a
Oh.
Yeah.
chair or
We
something
will
yes.
riot
because
for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
We
I
will
think
riot.
the
There will be a
whole of the
riot.
state will be in the streets if that doesn't happen pretty soon.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's so cool. So, does your daughter go to any this isn't even on the questions, but I'm just curious, does your daughter go to any of the events with you?
She does not. She has been to a couple games and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
here's the funny thing. My daughter is petrified of mascots. So
Oh.
the only way I can get her in Ball Arena is if we sit at the tippy top of Ball Arena. And even still, I have to promise her, okay, baby, like Bernie will not
Bernie's not.
come, Rocky will not come, Wooly will not come, you will be safe. And if they do come, then it's like, luckily I know most of the mascots and I
Yeah.
get a text
Yeah.
like, hey, we're coming to your section. And I scoop her up and we go the opposite direction
Oh
really
my
fast because she will just like she's not having it. So I
Oh
have
my
to keep her safe,
gosh.
but
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
she
Right.
loves
Right.
watching it on the TV.
Okay.
Nathan McKinnon, Kel McCarr, we watch away games and everything like that. And I'm like, baby, like that's the best player in the world, Nathan McKinnon. And on defense,
Right.
that's the best player in the world, Kel McCarr. And she's like, all right, I like that. I'm like, yeah, Nikola Jokic, that's the best player in basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So we
No
watch
mascots
it.
in sight.
Yeah, she loves sports, but
Yeah.
she'll always ask me, "Can I see the team's mascot?" So if we're playing, the Canes, can I see the Canes mascot? Can I see the Lightning's mascot? So she loves seeing them from afar.
From a
But
It's like a
distance.
no.
love-hate.
Yeah, she's like, boundaries. Thank you.
Keep your distance. Thank you.
Exactly. And you know what, baby? I respect your boundaries. I respect your
Amen.
boundaries. So,
Yep,
Yes.
yeah,
absolutely. We
Yes.
love that.
Yes.
Girl dad to the max. I adore
Yeah.
that
My
for sure.
my little girl is the exact opposite. So she's 6 and loves Bernie. So that's the only thing she does is at the games because I'm sure the long line to
Oh.
see him when he comes
Mhm.
up there.
Bernie's
We
Dog
have
Park.
Yep, we have to stand in line every single time, even though she's been to so many games. She still wants to go see Bernie. She has like the signed jersey and everything. She's just obsessed with Bernie. So
Yeah.
Really
Awesome.
cute.
it's awesome. So what made you switch to Avalanche and hockey from the Mammoth and the Rapids and basketball?
Yeah. So actually, that's funny. So I started with the Nuggets and worked with the Nuggets all the way up to story time. Started with the Nuggets
Yeah,
all the
love
way
it.
up to 2023 when they won their championship. During that time, I was doing like hype squad for the Nuggets. Also helped run their trampoline dunk squad team that they had as
Oh,
well.
cool. Yeah.
And then just continued to be, working with them. And then the 2019-2020 season, Nuggets always run a two-person host team. And the other host was kind of missing some games, had other obligations. And I kind of had told him, hey guys, like I've been around for 10 years. Like I've seen a lot of hosts come and go. I think I can do this and I can help out the current host. And they kind of were like, okay, like let's give you a shot. So I did like a test inside a Ball Arena and they were like, okay, you sound good. Like this might actually be a thing. You know what I'm saying? So they were like, all right, we're going to give you like 5 watch parties. And if you do well at these watch parties, then we'll bring you in to Ball Arena. And I was like, great, like this is gonna be awesome. This is the greatest thing. Like it's happening,
Yeah.
like doors are
Yeah.
opening.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then COVID happened.
Oh,
And then
oh no.
literally the world shut down on like a Wednesday. And my first
Right?
watch party was that Saturday. And you would have thought the world ended. I'm like calling them like, hey, I know COVID is shutting the world down, but like, are these watch parties still happening?
Nah.
Like, are we still-
And they're like, no, it's not. Like, we're gonna take a break. And it was just like it was kind of devastating because there was
Yeah.
no fans, there was nothing
Yeah.
happening. And I really thought that the dream was over before it even started,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
during that time, I still continued going to games. Like that next season when they started opening it up, I still was connected to really good fans and they had an extra ticket. So I would go to games when it was like, you got to sit 6 feet apart and there can only be 4 together. I was still going to games. I was still being a super fan, still being involved in things like that. And then when it did open back up, they brought back the hype squad and things like that. And there was still just one host. And I was like, hey guys, I don't know if you remember, but like back
Calling in
then,
that rain check.
yeah, like pre-COVID, before the blip happened, I always call it the blip, like, because like some people just forget about it, like it didn't happen, but like the blip.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
you know, we were talking about me trying to host, like, is that still a possibility? And they were like, oh gosh, we kind of forgot about that. Thanks for reminding us. So I started kind of getting some fill-in roles with the Nuggets, and that was awesome. And that was the 22 season. So then that's also when the Mammoth came back as well. And they were like, hey, we don't have a host for the Mammoth. Would you be interested in auditioning for it? So I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna, heck yeah, I'm gonna audition for that. So I auditioned for that. It went well. I got hired on as like the hype man. So they had like an in arena, like kind of like reporter host. And then they had the hype man. So it was like a 2-man team for the Mammoth, which was awesome. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. Like, so I was literally like the Mammoth hype guy. Like, we're down. You need the energy going. Donovan,
Let's
you're on. Do
go.
your
Yeah.
thing. And it's like, this is what I was made for. Let's go. Um, and I was doing that. And then midway through the season, my co-host, she left.
Oh.
And my director looked at me and he's like, hey, like, she's gone. You got this the rest of the season by yourself? And I'm like, say less, my guy. Say less.
I got it. I
Yes.
got it.
Say less. And yeah, I just took advantage of the opportunity when it
Yeah.
presented itself, right? The universe
That's
put this in
amazing.
front of me and I took advantage of it, crushed it. That was the same year that the Mammoth won their championship, actually. So I hosted
Wow.
all the way through. We won our championship.
Incredible.
And winning our
Wow.
championship, the Avs were also on
I
their
was
like
gonna say that's the
crazy
same year.
16
So many.
crazy 16-4 run, right? So it's like, oh great, the Mammoth. But we're actually at an Avalanche watch party. And so what happened was the Avs were doing the watch parties over at Tivoli Square, where they did the big outside ones. And they were like, hey, would you come and kind of do your thing over here? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing watch parties inside Ball Arena as well for home games, away games. Would you want to host these outside? I'm like, say less. Like, this is what I want to do. So
I mean,
you're just
obviously.
giving me more and more
More
opportunities.
and
So
more.
just continue to do that. Went over, and that was like my first experience hosting on the hockey side. Like, I had went to games every now and then, but I was like a not really a fan. I was a fan, but like I wasn't diehard
You
yet.
weren't
You know
in
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wasn't in it yet. And then like the first like 2 watch parties, I was like, oh my God,
Let's
this is
go.
amazing. Like,
It's like drugs,
hockey
just
fans,
like, oh my gosh.
it's literally like chasing that high, right? And I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh
Yeah.
my God, like this is amazing. And I will tell you, I felt like I crushed these watch parties. And even to the point where like there was that one crazy watch party that like shut it all down and like people were jumping the fence and things like that. And they're like, hey, we're gonna close this down for safety reasons. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, like keep this going. I'm
Let's
safe.
keep
Y'all can
going.
leave, do what y'all need to do.
I
These are
have
my
this.
people.
It's
Like
fine.
I felt
Yeah.
embraced, you know?
Yeah.
And I think in doing that, I did well in front of the right people that they were like, hey, so next season they win the championship. They're like, hey, well, the current in arena host ended up retiring, and they were like, hey, so there's a spot open for the Nuggets, there's a spot open for the Avs, and then if that doesn't work, then of course we're going to bring you back for the Mammoth. So in my mind, I'm auditioning for the Nuggets because I've worked for the Nuggets for all these years. I know the Nuggets system. I know everyone. So I auditioned thinking that I'm auditioning for the Nuggets. Well, come to find out, they had different plans for me. When my boss called, he said, hey, what do you think about joining the Avalanche? And I said, I don't know, because this isn't hockey. Like,
Mhm.
there's no one that looks like me on the
Yeah.
team, on the staff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
you don't see that. And he said, that's exactly why we want to hire you. We want to change that because hockey is for everyone. And I said, oh, okay, I'm willing to do that. But do you feel like the hockey fans will accept me? He said, Donovan, I promise you, if you are yourself, they will accept you. And I swear to you, ladies, from day one, if you could see how wide my arms are, it's the biggest hug ever. Like, the Avalanche community and Avalanche Faithful have embraced me with open arms. And I swear to you, it's like every time I come to Ball Arena, it's like a warm hug when I see people. And literally to the
You're
point
gonna
where,
make
like,
me cry.
I'm like, I'm already a hugger. I'm like, fans are like, I hug tons of people all night. Like, it's just, you guys know, it's just a family.
Yes,
it really is. Like, I
It's
feel like
18,000 of your family.
once you talk to someone, you're like, oh, like, I'm part of Avs Faithful. You're like, oh, like, your family. Like, okay, come over, like, do whatever, you know. And once you have that connection, that spark with another fan of your organization, it's like, I don't know. It's like being like having a college alumni. It's like having this knowledge of experience and ritual and tradition and just kind of a vibe of the team. And I love when people understand it and they're just so open with who they are. And it's not hard to even like I've never met you in person and I can already tell like you're very like you're just warm. Like you are meant to be the MC of this team. Like, so that's such a great story and I'm really glad that your boss was like hockey.
We're glad they brought you to us with the Avalanche.
And it's so awesome because coming into hockey, that first year, I was like so nervous because I was still learning the game. But luckily, my supervisor plays hockey to this day. And literally the whole seat. So I started I started on my daughter's birthday.
That's even better luck.
2023, right? 2023. Yep. And literally, we would just, wherever we go, he was always with me. And I would say, what happened? What happened? What's this? What's this? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Keep the
and he was like, he was such a gracious individual of literally just like, no question is a dumb question. And I swear to you, I peppered him all day.
I love it.
And still to this day, we'll ask him questions about, what's this? Why did this happen? What do you think here? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this sport is about. It's about talking with other individuals and learning from each other, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, you have knowledge, I have knowledge. I want your knowledge. Maybe I can share something with you. And that's literally hockey. Like, so now I am full on playing hockey. In this time, I learned how I started taking skating lessons. Shout out to my skating coach, Sergey. Skating lessons, and then recently switching over to learn to play hockey clinic. I've subbed in some games where I've realized, okay, I still got a long ways to go. I tried to jump in too fast. Because I tried to jump into playing hockey before I was confident skater. And now I was like, now I'm a confident skater and now I can actually play hockey. So this is why when anyone out there in the world says, oh, hockey isn't that good, or like, oh, anyone can play hockey, I'm like, you shut your mouth. You shut your filthy mouth, because you do not understand any other sport. You're walking on your legs, you're carrying a football, you're shooting the basketball, whatever. Hockey, you are on these thin little blades and you have to use a stick to move the puck, because that is the name of the
someone is coming full speed at you and you have to
full contact.
He's gonna probably tackle you to the boards. It's fine.
So Joe and I, my husband and I, we saw Valerie Nichushkin. We were like, if he can do that, why can't we do that? And so we joined a league and soon realized, oh, we cannot do this and we need much more skating lessons and ability. So, we both have full kits and everything. We jumped the gun on it. But we've taken learn to skates. We really want to learn to hockey clinics and kind of just become more comfortable on our skates. But absolutely, it's not something you can just like do. You have to have preparation, and like I encourage everybody to try it for sure, but it's a lot harder than it looks on TV.
It's a lot harder.
They make it look really easy.
Speaking of Joe, I just want to say, Joe, thank you for your service. I'm sure you're here. I know you are a veteran. I caught that from a last episode, so I wanted to say thank you for his service and everything as well. So hopefully he sees this.
Oh yeah, he's on the other line. If you want to come in, I don't know.
He has to work with my ramblings sometimes, so I appreciate him a lot.
Joe is our the backbone of this organization.
Perfect.
So, what is your I mean, I'm sure you have so many
So
memories.
many.
So many instances of maybe good ones from I mean, obviously the big group hug that we all want to give everybody, but maybe some bad ones at ball. Like I would love to hear some of your memories. Like what is your favorite memory as an in-game host and what crazy stuff have you seen? Just at
Mm.
anything that you can give us.
I think one of my favorite memories I would have to say at ball was so KSC does this where all employees get to enter raffles and things like that for different prizes and whatnot. And literally during my first season, I entered one of the raffles and I won a Nathan McKinnon autograph stick. And it's still to this day my prize with Cheston. I have it like, I have the autograph taped up. I need to just put it in like a shadow
Oh,
box or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
Some of my greatest memories are just I really love working like doing community events with players because everyone thinks like, oh, Donovan, like you work for the team, like you're probably in the locker room and hanging out with the players, and it's just like, no, like that's
Yeah.
this is a very big organization, and
Dream
I
world,
am
but
Yeah.
no.
yeah, I am a piece of the machine,
Right.
that
Right.
runs this and everything like that. So when I get to like interact with these guys at community events and things like that, I get to see like the human nature, right? Because when you go to work, you're going to work. Like when we see these guys on the ice and things like that, these guys are working. But like when you
It's their
see them
job.
at community events, they're just like humans. They're just normal people, just
Yeah.
like me and you and everyone
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
And one of my favorite guys is Miko. I don't want to say was, but just he's not here anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But I got to do an event with him and he was just such a gracious individual. And this event that he did, he actually did this event on his birthday. And it was
Oh,
Wow.
just so cool. And then I was like, someone had told me, like, yeah, it's his birthday. And I was like, what? Like, he's here on his birthday.
He's
So what I
here.
did is
right.
like, I got like 75 people to like on the spot sing happy
Oh.
birthday to him on his birthday. You know what I'm
That's
saying? And
Aw.
just
amazing.
embarrass him because,
Yeah.
I'm
Take the
gonna show
chance,
you
right?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna show you love. Like you're here on your
Yes.
birthday
Yeah,
though.
you
Like
chose to do
absolutely.
something that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Give
so,
back.
just
Yeah.
doing those things, I would say let's see, what other great memories? I mean, I was there, I was still working for the Nuggets. I was there game 5 when they won the chip at home. I was there, like, I have pictures with, like, tears in my eyes and the confetti coming down.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Yes.
I would
I
cry
you
too.
know, graciously enough due to like my loyalty to the organization and my time with the team, I was able to get a picture with the trophy. So I'm like back
Oh my
there when like
gosh.
the players are taking trophy pictures with their families
Yeah.
and things like that and just sitting back just like waiting for my turn like hey
Yeah.
nope 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 nope
Like,
nope go
you won
nope
it, so
yeah
like,
and was able to like get a solo picture like holding the Larry and just like
that's so cool.
how many people can
That's
say that, right? Like,
Right.
not many.
Yeah.
and like, granted, like, we know Lord Stanley is
Mhm.
been at Ball Arena a few times lately and things like that. And even just seeing that, I'm like, this is so prestigious. Like, I don't even want to be in
So
like a
cool.
5-foot range of it, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And I
It's
just like,
gotta be weird seeing something that, like, children grow up looking at Lord
Yeah.
Stanley and, like, working their whole lives to touch this thing, and you're just, like, right there.
yeah,
That's crazy.
absolutely.
When I see people
Absolutely. Yeah.
taking pictures with it and they touch it, I'm like,
Don't do
no,
it.
I know. I
don't do
know.
it, don't do it. I'm
I
like,
don't
And
even
it's
no,
like,
like,
don't do
I can't
it.
even look at it. Like, I don't even feel like I rate looking at it. Like,
it's like, yeah, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Sneak a peek. Like,
oh, I can say I was in the same room. I can't
I
say
was in
I
the same
saw it.
vicinity, right?
yeah. And I just appreciate the respect that these guys hold for Lord Stanley because even players
Yes.
that have never won it, right, are like, no, I won't touch
Mm-mm.
it. Until I win it, either as a player or a coach, I will never touch it because
Yeah.
it is such a prestigious piece of hockey history.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's
yes.
And
truly sacred. It's crazy.
it's the pinnacle. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
pinnacle.
Right,
So
right, right.
And man, I
yeah.
hope I get to be in the same room as it
I know.
one day as
Oh,
well.
Hopefully,
I just,
hopefully soon.
I
Yeah.
know.
Hopefully soon.
I don't want to. I just want to continue on this journey that we are on. This historic journey that we are on, and I never want to like put anything negative in the air. But I just want to continue to ride this train
Mhm.
and see where it takes us.
Yeah.
Because I feel very confident that we could be seeing that soon again here in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, I feel very much, and from the fans that I have talked to that have been fans for a long time, they're like, "Oh, it
It
feels like
feels
that
yeah.
22 team. It
It
feels like
feels that
that
good.
95 team. Like there's just something special that's clicking, and there's
Mhm.
something not just within the team, with the fans and the environment and just the entire attitude towards the Avalanche. It feels like that cup year. And knock on wood or whatever. I hope to manifest it. So, yeah, by speaking it, I am manifesting it
The
because,
word, the what is it?
yeah,
The power of the tongue, and
yes,
just
Yeah, yeah.
putting it
yeah,
into the universe.
exactly. I really just want to see Landy lift the cup again
I
because
know.
I think that would be
I know.
like I'm gonna cry like a little baby.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if we
Mm,
had a Landy passing it to Brett Burns? Like,
no.
it would be a repeat of, like, that whole situation, right?
Yeah.
All over again,
Yes.
Oh
so
my God. Yeah. It.
The whole
Anyway.
thing. I'll say the whole
okay,
thing will make
okay.
me just break down. Okay,
Shake it
so
off, shake
you
it off, shake
Yeah.
it
mentioned
off.
you mentioned that you're a part of the puzzle piece, but we were watched the behind the A episode about all that goes into a game. So it was an eye opening look into behind the scenes. How long does it take you to prepare for a game? What goes into that preparation for the night of the game?
I think everyone does it different, right? So for me, I appreciate because my director, he sends the script out normally about a week or so in advance. It's not always the final script, but I at least have an idea of, okay, this time out I'm doing this promo and things like that. So I'm like going into it looking ahead on what I'm going to do, to where when I get there the night of, we have our production meeting. I think they showed some of that, our
Mhm.
production meeting and things like that. We have that production meeting an hour and 45 before puck drop. So I'm usually getting there to Ball
Wow.
Arena about 2 hours before. And I'm running through my final script, kind of
Mhm.
going through it, marking my pages and things like that. But luckily for me, repetition is key.
Mhm.
So, like, most of my promos and things like that, I can do those on autopilot. It's just putting in
Right.
the
Yeah,
name,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
always just kind of feeling the vibe of the crowd. Where are we at and things like that.
Like, does it feel like do you not get like jitters anymore in front of all those people? You're kind
Oh,
of just like,
absolutely. No,
oh, okay.
absolutely.
You're like, no, I
And
do.
there's no, no, no. And there's times that, like, recently I had a bad game in my eyes, and that was very eye-opening because it was like, hey, remember, bro, like, never think you're too big to, like, really hunker down and really, like, focus and lock in. Like, never get too comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think what had happened is I just got comfortable and then had an off night, and I was like really hard on myself. Again, like, I'm like so many others, we're our worst critic, right? So
Yes.
just in doing so, it was really like, okay, lock in, like, remember, like, this is an honor. Like, you are honored to do what you do. Like, you are a guest in this house. Make sure you are always bringing your 100%. So now and even still before, I'm like, okay, I really got to lock in. I got to focus because
Yeah.
I want to give everyone the best experience when they come to Ball Arena, because somebody had told me one time, my boss actually had said, you never know what the fans experience is. Is this their first game? Is this their one game a year that they get to come to?
Yeah.
Did they
Mhm.
travel from out of country, out of state, whatever, to come to this game? A couple games ago, we had a young man from Hawaii that traveled
Oh,
from
yeah.
Hawaii
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see the game. And he, brought Kel McCarr like chocolates from Hawaii.
Yeah, yeah.
Just last game on Wednesday, we had the Sharks game. We had a little fan, hold up a sign that said came all the way from Korea. You know
Oh,
what I
Yeah, you
mean?
never
And she
wow,
know.
that's
she has her
insane.
little hockey jersey on. So you
Oh.
just never know. Like, we take it for granted, like, because we
Yeah,
live here and we can
Yeah.
go to
yeah,
games and things like that, but not everyone has that opportunity. So
Right.
every
right.
night you should be giving your absolute best, because you don't know if that's someone's first game, if that's their last game, if that's their 100,000th game, whatever. You
Right.
Yeah.
have to bring it every night. So really just like tapping back into the core and that hungry. But yeah, I get nervous all the time. even when it's promos I know I'm gonna do,
Mhm.
and I know what I'm gonna do,
Mhm.
I just get nervous because I care so much about this, you know what I mean? And, like, I want everyone to experience my energy and feel excited like I feel, right?
Right.
Because, again, like I told you from the beginning, I'm just a hockey fan.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and 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 luckily, they put a mic
Yeah.
in my hand, and there's people that I want to come back. Like, if this is your first game, I
Yeah.
want you to be like, when you're walking out of there, I want you to be like tapping your friend, your parent, whoever, and be
That was
like,
the
I
best.
love this. Like, I
Yeah.
have to come back. Like,
Yeah.
I want to continue to grow Avalanche Faithful as
Yeah.
everyone does. Every time we
Yeah.
talk to someone, we're saying, hey, come on. Like,
Yeah.
Come to the
there's
game.
no application to join the
Right.
fandom. There's no
Yes.
application. We welcome all. Like, this is a place where we're all welcomed. We're all equals. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I
Mhm.
want to just
Yes.
continue to
I love
Yeah.
that so
support
much.
it.
Yes. Yes.
I really love that you are so serious and passionate about it because I think people I've talked to people in hockey and I've talked to people in the Avalanche organization where they're like, you can't let it get to your head. You can't, everybody has bad days and, it's still a job. And it's like, I love that you're like, yeah, it's a job, but like, this is my passion. I'm a hockey fan. Like, it is so important for me to be the gateway into Avs Faithful and to represent the organization in a way that makes me proud and reflects well on the organization and really brings in fans because I mean that's what makes the whole world of the Avalanche go round, right? Like without the
Absolutely.
fans, you don't have anything. So yeah, I love seeing passion and true passion from people and you're
Have
spot
it.
on with that.
Yep.
So yeah.
And that was my and honestly, guys, that was my big reason of I have to learn how to play hockey. Like, I never want to be
Hmm.
a poser. Do you remember like back in the day it was like, oh, this dude's a poser. Like, he's not really like he doesn't really
Oh
know
yeah.
anything. And I was like, I never wanted someone to be like, oh, Donovan, like he doesn't really know hockey. Right. Like, I'm getting out
Right.
there and they're like, hey, can you skate? No, I can't skate. Can you play hockey? No. And I got tired of people asking me those questions and had to say no
Right.
because I felt
Yeah.
like I wasn't really I wasn't I wasn't true to the sport and the culture, and I was like, "I have to learn." So imagine, like, I'm 30, 39,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to pick up a new sport, right? I'm picking up
Yeah.
the one of the hardest sports, probably one of the hardest sports to play at,
100%.
like,
Yeah.
37, and,
Yeah.
like, I'm out there learning to skate with little, like, 8-year-olds that are doing
Yep.
Yeah.
laps around me. Now,
Yeah.
you wanna talk about a humbling experience.
Mhm.
That is humbling when you're like, hey, 8-year-old, like,
Yes.
slow down, like, you're making me nervous, and it's like,
I can't
chill
stop
out,
well, so please
grandpa.
don't go in front of me.
Every time, like, a kid, up until, like, I see teenagers at our rink and they stop short and I'm like, "How'd you do that? Come here." Like,
I need to talk to you.
yeah, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like, that was kind of why I decided to try skating too, because I was like, "Well, it's gonna make my reporting better, and if I know what's going on the ice at ice level, like, that just puts me ahead of other people, even though I'm
Mhm.
33 and, oh my god, this is gonna hurt so bad in the morning." It's fine, like, I really wanted to do the same thing for my passion, my work, so I love that people that found hockey later in life, because you found it in 2022, 2023, like, we're like, "No, we're gonna go and do it." Like, that is
Mhm.
something really commendable, I think, because so many people don't do new things after a certain age,
Yeah.
and, I'm glad that us millennials still have that that
We
young at
do.
heart. Yeah.
It's it's
And we're
really
just
funny.
it's we're like from a generation of like for me at least, I'm always open to a new challenge, right?
Yeah.
And like this is what
Yes.
hockey was. It was a new challenge, it was a new passion, it was something to learn and like to really invest in. It's like learning a new hobby,
Mhm.
and it's just
Mhm.
like a new love, like a love for hockey. It's like
Mhm.
Yeah.
I am watching hockey all the time now. I'm following, the
Yeah.
podcasts and things like that. Like I would make fun of my dad because when I was a kid, all he wanted to listen to was sports talk radio. And what do I do now when I take my daughter to school in the morning? It's
Sports.
sports talk radio. And she's like,
Yup.
Dad, can we
Yep.
listen to something else? And I'm like, here, baby, take my phone. Like, daddy wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Yeah.
hear this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny that you say that because I just remember the same thing. Like, we grew up in North Carolina, and so it was basketball and football. Like, that was it. And in my household, it was just basketball. And eventually, like, even as a young girl, I became obsessed with college basketball. But it was just like, I didn't understand these guys that would like gear up for Sunday, like they love their football. They just want to sit in front of the TV and watch their game. And it's like, now all I freaking talk about is sports. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me when I'm like, live threading a game or whatever, and I'm like, all right, we got a PK, and then we're gonna go fast at the crease, and we're getting real good from the back end, and it's like, oh, we got a forecheck, and it's like, how do I know what all of these things mean all of a sudden? It's funny how the turntables, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
it is.
All right. Well, I guess this is the second to last question. What is your favorite Avalanche tradition during games? Is it the aluminum can race, the on ice competition, or the t-shirt toss?
I would say my favorite thing to do at Ball Arena has to be the mini Avs interviews. And that's because I love, so I am a social worker.
Yeah.
I do child protection social work. So a lot of people don't realize that,
wow.
I have a 9 to 5. I have like a 8 to 4:30 job Monday through Friday. And then I come to Ball Arena after I've already worked 8 hours. So when you see me smiling and things like that,
You've
I
worked a
might be
day.
tired, but
You're tired.
I'm flipping that switch and I'm giving you
Yeah.
more, right?
Yeah.
So, and just doing child protection, social work, I found my niche, right? I found I love working with kids and I love promoting the safety of kids and things like that. So I've had to do interviews with kids and things like that. So I know how to talk to young kids.
Yeah.
And even I'm sure you ladies have been there before. There's sometimes where I'll get chatty Cathy and me and the kid are just going back and forth and we're having a conversation. And then I'll get some kids that are like, how was it out there skating? And they're like, good.
Thank you.
And it's like,
succinct.
okay, this is going to be a tough one. But that has to be my favorite part because you just never know what you're going to get, right? When talking with these 8-year-olds. And you can get pure gold or you can really have to mine to get the gold.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that I get to end with a dad joke because
I was about to
again,
mention the
we
dad
talked
jokes.
about
I was
earlier,
like, it's
there's
one
nothing
of my
more that I
favorites.
love than a good dad joke. So
You are truly living your dream.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah,
it's
absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's
I get to
amazing.
tell dad jokes to 18,000 people, and
I love it.
some people like them, some people
Oh,
don't.
keep them
You
coming.
know what?
Oh yeah,
As a
I love
dad,
it.
it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because as long as I laugh, that's all that matters.
Listen, you get the
Yes.
biggest beta test ever as a dad jokester. If
Yeah.
it lands with 18,000 people,
You
you
got
got it,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, especially during intermissions, it can get stale and people can get, shifty, and it's fun to have that moment of levity and that kind of that breather in between. So I enjoy them. I think it's great.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. And I love the on ice the goalie races are my absolute
My
favorite.
favorite.
Oh,
Yep.
when it's
Ah.
coming down to the wire and those goalies are jumping over the pads and hitting the corners
Yes.
and you see them slide and it's it's
They
a
mean
photo
business.
finish.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
mean-
like,
they're ready.
I'm screaming just as hard at them as I do
Yeah.
at Kale. You got
Absolutely.
this. You're 13
Yeah.
and my life depends on this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really like how Ball, I'm never bored during intermission. I
Mhm.
have been at other shows, just as a person that is consuming sports. I'm never bored, which is always nice. And the last game I went to, I don't know, it was Maxie's birthday, and you did the treat, and that was my favorite Donovan moment. So I
Yeah.
love the Maxie
Singing happy birthday to a
It's
dog.
so
Yes.
cute,
Yeah.
That
yeah,
dog is so precious.
warms my heart.
Maxie.
Yeah.
Aw.
And again, another thing that I love is that I work with such an amazing team. Again, you guys saw behind the A and you saw all the people that go in and this,
much.
what we give you wouldn't happen without every single one of those individuals
Right.
working collectively as a hive mind to
Mhm.
produce this amazing product. So, I mean, shout out to that team and everyone that is
Yes.
involved from the very top all the way down to the KSC and Argus security that are at the door getting
Mhm.
everyone in safely and everything like that, to the people that are cooking the food in the back and making sure the concession stands, to cleaning up the
Yes.
spills and things like that. this product would not happen without all of them. So like I love just being a part of such an amazing team and organization like that as
Yeah.
well. Like again, I could have came in and like I could have came into a different team and a different organization, but like the universe just blessed me with like coming into like such an amazing team, an amazing time, and an amazing run that like again, I can't do anything but give this 150% every time I
Yeah.
show up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Because
love
I just
that.
respect so much of what goes into like everything we provide.
Oh, I'm sure. And after
Well,
seeing it like up close, really behind the scenes, not just like a production of behind the scenes. Like,
yeah, right,
yeah, I
right.
mean, I think I was doing research for an episode or article. I can't remember, but Ball Arena does over 1,000 events per year. I think I read,
Oh
and
man, yeah.
just the like you said, the machine that has to go into that, it blows my mind, and I feel it's just like Sarah. I'm sure I just feel so spoiled
Yes,
living here.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And so like Wednesday, right? Wednesday we had
Mhm.
the Sharks game and like as I'm leaving, like I've never seen this, but like the conversion team was already in there because they're already flipping it over because they have
For
something
the
going
next
on this
game.
weekend, right? They got
Yeah.
Monster Jam happening this weekend and
Mhm.
like
Oh wow.
to like see conversion in person, like we've all seen the videos of how fast they can
Right.
flip over from a concert to like a Avalanche game to a Nuggets game to a Mammoth game and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like these individuals are like truly the heartbeat because they
Yeah.
really just like
Yeah.
turn this building like right ball arena is a building and they just flip it and flip it and
Yeah.
flip it for whatever is needed and
Yeah.
it's just
Mind
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, yeah, mind-boggling. And
I don't think I've ever seen Ball Arena not as the ice rink. So that's gonna be a weird shock to me when I actually do see it as something else in
You should
person.
Google it. Google like ball arena conversion. And I think I saw one video. It was like they flipped it over 4 times. Like, and it's like they flip it from a concert to a basketball game to like something else to a concert. And like,
That's crazy.
and it's like
That's
a time lapse video. And it's super cool to just
That's so
watch.
cool.
Like, they show like the concert happening, but it's like really fast,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But, and then it's like, then you see them come in and they, no disrespect, but they look like ants just moving
yeah,
around. And it's like ants just like,
yeah.
picking up pieces and and
Yeah.
then it just like
And
and then it's like
everybody
okay
knows
it's
where they're supposed to be
Mhm.
and what they're supposed to be doing, and it's
absolutely
magic. It it's
yeah it
it's
really
it's
is
crazy to me. It's
yeah
crazy. But and you mentioned the staff. I have had such a good experience. I've been to a couple of other arenas and they weren't bad experiences, but I have not experienced anything like Ball Arena. You can go up to the concessions and they'll ask you, "What's the score? Are we winning?" and give you a high five. And the security's always like, "Have a safe night." There's just a feeling at Ball Arena that I have not experienced elsewhere. I might be biased because I'm an Avs fan, but from the littlest things like them asking me, "What's the score?" and high-fiving when we're
Yeah.
winning, and, like, just the small things that
They
add to
care.
it, it's just yeah, it's
hmm
so amazing. It's such an experience going to ball every time, and
yeah
I go a lot.
yeah
Yes.
yeah and I
So
heard that you ladies are also sponsored now so I think I'll be seeing you more as well. Shout out to you ladies.
yes,
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank
Thank
congratulations on
you,
that as
thank
well.
you.
We're
We're
be
So
very
carrying
yeah
excited.
no
distilleries. Woo.
yeah you guys will be there more often now
Yeah.
so
Well,
even
Sarah
Yes.
is
better.
a season ticket holder. And I come as much as I can, and I hopefully will be going more because of sponsorships like Woody
Yeah
Creek. So thank you for that. Yeah, that was like I said, we started this and we really didn't have any expectations, and 4 months later, boom, we got a sponsorship, and it's
that's awesome.
just like you.
That's a testament to
Yeah.
you ladies, though. That's a
We're
testament
excited.
to you guys and
Thank
the
you.
product
Thank
that you
you.
are putting out that someone is
Thank
like, "I wanna back these ladies, and I wanna put my name on that." So shout out to you ladies and the work that you
Thank
guys
you.
are doing.
Thank
Joe,
you.
shout
Aw.
Thank
out to you
you.
as well.
Thank
I
you.
know you're there, so shout out to you as well.
Thank you. That
We
that
appreciate
means
that.
so much
I
coming
know.
from
It's like
you. Yeah. We just fell in love with hockey, and I don't want to do anything other than talk about
but
hockey with
hockey.
my day. So,
yeah. And
anything I can do.
even when we're not on here talking hockey, we're texting each other about
Talking
hockey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, Donovan, this has been amazing. I truly appreciate what you
yes,
do
so
as
much.
MC at Ball Arena, and just your passion for what you do and how much heart. I think that's the thing. You put heart into what you
Heart.
do.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's really
Yeah.
what makes Ball Arena tick.
Yes.
Dad joke.
I got it.
Boom.
I heard it. With the finger guns too. The finger guns.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Donovan. We will
Yes.
probably talk to you later on. And I guess I'll see you at Ball Arena later this month.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Come back for
Awesome.
that playoff push. Let's go.
Come on,
Oh,
come on, come on.
That's it. We come back from Olympic break and we have
It's
13
time.
home games left, and then it's playoff time.
It's
And
time.
God.
we've already had 28 games this season. Like, it's been insane. 28 home games this season. We have
Yeah.
13 more. And when we come back, it's just, I mean, it's
It's
pedal
gonna
to the
fly
metal.
by. Yep.
And
I keep
it's gonna
telling our
fly.
listeners, like, if you're new to hockey, like, yes, the season's great, the season's fun, whatever.
But the
Playoff hockey.
Oh.
That is different. That is a
It's a-
different beast.
It's a different
Yeah.
level of stress.
And if you think your mental health is hinged on your team now, sweetie, it's so much worse.
It's a
Yes.
whole different ballgame.
Shout out to my therapist. She is
Yeah.
there every week to help pick me up on sometimes when I am down. So thank you to her for being there as well.
Yeah,
awesome.
same for both of us.
Yeah,
like, thank you
right.
for the people
Yes,
in our
thank
lives
you,
that
thank you,
keep us
thank you.
kind of even keeled. Kind of.
Kind of,
Yeah. All right, Donovan, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, ladies. You guys have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Stats and Slapshots. If you're craving more hockey content from us before next week's drop, have no fear. We're two chronically online hockey nerds.
Check out our Substack, social media channels, and support links below. If you're interested in sponsorship or collaboration, feel free to reach out at sassandslapshots.com.
Special shout out to our editor, Joe Bogomil, and our graphic designer, Corey Tyler.
We appreciate all of the support and can't wait to chat with you next week. Bye.
Bye.